Note, the residential school system is a topic that may cause trauma invoked by memories of past abuse. The Government of Canada recognizes the need for safety measures to minimize the risk associated with triggering. A national residential school crisis line has been set up to provide support for F. This statement is also available in the following languages. The residential school system is a topic that can cause trauma from memories of past abuse. Messages around the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation can be an unwelcome reminder to those who suffered hardships through generations of G. As we celebrate the International Day of Awareness of Food Loss and Waste, Wade Grant, Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Environment and Climate Change, announced on behalf of the Honourable Julie Debrusson, Minister of Environment and Climate Change, more than $640,000 to support local gov. Since 2022, Environment and Climate Change Canada has invested $1.4 million to support Canadian industry associations, non-profit organizations, academic institutions, and local governments to take action in reducing the quantity of biodegradable waste disposed in landfills. Through the Food Waste P. Today, His Majesty's Canadian ship Saskatoon, Whitehorse and Brandonware paid off and celebrated for their service to the Royal Canadian Navy in a formal ceremony in Esquimalt, British Columbia. A similar ceremony will take place in Halifax, Nova Scotia on October 3, where HMC ship Shawinigan Summy. The contraband and unauthorized items seized included hashish, cocaine, marijuana, ecstasy pills, amphetamines, tobacco, lighters, and rolling papers. The total estimated institutional value of this seizure is $142,534. The Correctional Service of Canada uses a number of tools to prevent drugs from. Sexual and reproductive health services are essential, but many often struggle to access these services. Barriers to this care include gaps in provider knowledge, training and resources, stigma and discrimination, and geographic isolation. Today, the Honourable Marjorie Michel, Minister of Health, A. Total $40 million investment will support expansion of Hitachi Energy Canada, the country's sole producer of HVDC transformers today. The Honourable Tim Hodgson, Minister of Energy and Natural Resources, on behalf of the Honourable Melanie Joly, Minister of Industry and Minister responsible for CANA. Talib Noor Mohammed, Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Artificial Intelligence and Digital Innovation and Member of Parliament for Vancouver Granville Rebecca Bly, President of the Federation of Canadian Municipalities, and Richard Pass, CEO of Ronald McDonald House BC and Yukon were present. As part of the Government of Canada's digital transformation, artificial intelligence is playing a central role in modernizing public service operations. By improving efficiency, productivity, and service quality, AI enables public servants to focus on high-impact work that delivers better outcomes. Ottawa, Ontario FCAC applied an administrative monetary penalty of $5.5 million on the Toronto-Dominion Bank for a violation of consumer provisions in the Bank Act. The violation is described in Summary of Proceeding Number 3, published today. TD has paid the penalty. TD failed to provide consumers of CERT. Our two official languages are at the heart of Canadian identity. They make us unique, unite us, and enrich our culture and economy from coast to coast to coast. Promoting and protecting them starts with education. Supporting minority language education and second official language instruction is ES. The Honourable François-Philippe Champagne, Minister of Finance and National Revenue, today issued the following statement regarding Canada's financial system. Today marks a significant step forward for the future of payments in Canada. I am pleased to announce that legislative amendments to THICA. Today, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police officially launched its annual horse auction, marking the 6th consecutive year the event has been held exclusively through the Government of Canada's online auction program GC Surplus. Whether you're an experienced equestrian, a breeder or someone who's simple. Government of Canada investing $3.5 million to support over 115 businesses across the region. London is one of Canada's fastest growing cities with strengths in agri-food, advanced manufacturing, digital technologies, and health and life sciences. The Government of Canada is dedicated to supporting BU. September 29, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, Department of Finance, Canada. The global trade landscape is rapidly changing, as the United States fundamentally transforms all of its trading relationships. While Canada retains the best overall deal of any U.S. trading partner, with over 85% of our trade tea. Ottawa, Ontario, survivors of residential schools will hold a media availability for the re-raising of the survivors' flag ceremony on Parliament Hill. Media participation, no virtual option is available. Members of the media are invited to attend and ask questions in person only. Time: the ceremony. FedNor funds will help businesses develop new products and assist over 50 First Nations in creating AI frameworks. Vivian Lapointe, Member of Parliament for Sudbury, today announced that FedNor is investing $595,400 to support 3 technology and AI-driven initiatives. The announcement was made on the Honourable Melanie Joly, Minister of Industry and Minister responsible for Canada Economic Development for Quebec Regions, will deliver opening remarks at Canada's Competition Summit 2025, an annual conference hosted by the Competition Bureau. This year, the event will explore how competition can. The Canada Border Services Agency announced today that an arrest has been made following an investigation by the CBSA Ontario Firearms Smuggling Enforcement Team. This specialized team of criminal investigators, intelligence analysts, and intelligence officers are dedicated to investigating FIREAR. For the first time in Canada, the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of Canada has ordered a new appeal following a post-mortem conviction review in the case of Russell Woodhouse. After an in-depth review, the minister found reasonable grounds to conclude that a miscarriage of justice likely occurred. The Honourable Stephen Guilbeault, Minister of Canadian Identity and Culture and Minister responsible for official languages, is currently in Spain to take part in Mondial Cult, the global conference of culture ministers from the 194 member states of UNESCO, which aims to define the global agenda for CU. Today, at the 76th International Astronautical Congress, Lisa Campbell, President of the Canadian Space Agency, announced a $5 million investment in innovative solutions using satellite data to tackle biodiversity challenges. 20 Canadian companies, 8 of which collaborate with Indigenous Orga. Acts of violence and terror have no place in Canada, especially those that target specific communities to create a climate of fear and intimidation. That is why the Honourable Gary Anandasangaree, Minister of Public Safety, announced today that the Government of Canada has listed the Bishnoi Gang as